Hey fam, it's your girl Aimee J, your personal hype man and friend, here today on this Friday, March 6th, 2020. Checking in, guys, as always, to see how are you doing. What's going on? It's a new day, a new chance for you to chase your dreams. This is an interesting one. I've actually been wanting to talk about this hype story for a while, and it never felt right. So today is the day. So a wise man, mentor of mine, Andy McKinney, told me once, not because of anything, but as a lesson, bad news never ages well, right? You know how some people say things age well? This is not one of them, okay? Like, it's not like wine. Wine ages with time. This is not it. This does not age well. And so it's something that stuck with me because I thought, man, that's so deep. That's so poignant and yet so true. How many of us get bad news and already you're upset, but then you find out that they waited. They waited to tell you. And then you're even more upset because you're like, what was the point of that? We could have handled it. We could have done something, but you waited. It's like, what were you covering up something? And then the doubts and the accusations start. What were you trying to hide? Why couldn't you say that up front? What was going on? Really? And it's like, oh my gosh. And it just gets worse the more you wait. Because then you start doubting. You're like, oh, I haven't told them. Now they're going to be mad that I didn't tell them, on top of being mad about the news. And then you just keep delaying it and delaying it until it bursts out and comes, because the truth always comes out. Bad news will always come out. And then it's beyond control right now, right? So take this lesson, guys. 1, bad news doesn't age well. Therefore, address it up front. Address it quickly. You have to, right? Acknowledge it, fix it, learn from it, and then move on. But you can't do any of that until you share whatever bad news it is. And this is usually when it affects multiple people. When it's just you, it's not a big deal, right? But when it's other people involved, whether you're a service provider and it's your customer, whether it's a family thing and it's a family member that you have to tell, if it's your grades and you have to tell your parents, that never ages well. That never ages well, because then they add on conspiracy to hide on top of it. Always. So don't do it. Don't do it. You have to take into account that it's just not going to get better, and just bite the bullet and address it. Let them know sensitively, right? Don't be insensitive and just blurt it out, but kindly and with sensitivity and consideration, share the bad news and then address it. However it is, whatever you have to do, fix it. But don't wait to share it. There's just no point. There's no point. It won't end for you well, and it won't end well at all. It just doesn't. All right. So keep that in mind, guys, because it's a tough one to know. It's a tough lesson, but it's a life lesson. Regardless of your age, bad news will never get well. Okay. So keep that in mind. And remember, guys, you are awesome. You are loved. You are needed. And most importantly, you are enough as you are, just the way you are. So till next time, when we check back in, which is tomorrow, remember, don't stop. Keep chasing.